Hi, you are about to watch a video about Rise of the Resistance. There will be spoilers. There will be a lot of spoilers. Though I won't really be showing much ride footage, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about everything. Turn back now if you're avoiding spoilers. You can check out my other video about Smuggler's Run. There's no Rise of Resistance spoilers there. You can check out my other video about how to get a Rise of Resistance boarding pass, because that doesn't have any Galaxy's Edge spoilers. Check them out. We just got off and I just need our immediate reaction, so I haven't even talked to Caleb yet, but I can't stop smiling and I think I'm crying the tiniest bit because it's so cool. Now I'm crying even more because I talk about how I'm crying. Let's pull over. That was incredible. My first thought is no wonder it took so long to open, because it's like there's a million things.
Yeah.
There's a million things going on all the time and all of the moving parts, and like I think I could ride that 10 times and not know what to expect next, because you're just like constantly moving around. At least the last part. I am crying.
Yeah. That's alright. Let it out, man.
Oh my gosh. That's so cool.
That was great.
Let's come back tomorrow.
I love that everything was just huge. You just had that feeling like this is the biggest thing they've ever done, ride-wise. You just kept feeling that way. And
Over and over again.
I love that it wasn't just all digital, like there was so much analog. It was like really high quality.
Yeah, because the screens are amazing, but it's not all screens, and that's like all screens is not believable enough.
It's
so,
mostly
like,
not screens.
No.
Which is crazy.
But like the screens are helpful
Right.
and really cool. But yeah, so that was just the last part. We have to talk about the beginning too.
Oh, right, yeah.
Should we give them an idea of how it went?
Yes.
After going through the queue for a while, we eventually got to where they asked us our party number and they split us up. We went through a pre-show. There was a pre-show with BB-8 and hologram Ray, which was awesome.
That was cool.
Such good technology for both of them.
Yeah.
So good. And then the pre-show doors opened to let you outside, and that enough blew my mind. Like, what? A pre-show that leads outside and then you go and do something? Like, what? What is outside?
Yeah.
that we
Everybody
haven't
was
seen?
like surprised.
Everyone gasped.
Yeah,
like there was like an audible like when they opened the doors for us to go outside. And then we went in a ship and we rode in a ship that like vibrated
like a carrier,
simulator type
like a
thing.
resistance troop carrier.
And then the same door that we went in opened up.
Yeah, you go in one door and then they take you in this whole experience and you think the other door is going to open, like, oh, and they're going to do the magic trick. Like this thing's just on like a couple little hydraulics. But then the same door opens, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the same door opens, so it must be like an actual elevator. It takes you down somewhere.
Or sideways or something.
Something.
Yeah.
That's true. And that's when it opens to that classic scene. I will insert it here.
Yeah. Don't walk it.
So everyone has posted videos and pictures of that because they give you a chance to walk around for like a minute or 30 seconds. And so that's why we were able to get this picture.
Yeah.
And they move you in to wait some more, but not long. And then they ask your party again, and then they put you in the ride vehicles. This is probably like a 20-minute long process before we even get to this point. But then you're in the ride vehicles. That's the ride, because up to this point you haven't technically like ridden in a ride vehicle.
It's like a giant queue with a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, like really good pre-shows over and over again. But so this is the ride, and you board 4 people in front, 4 people in the back.
Yep.
2 ride vehicles next to each other, board at the same time, and you kind of go through the whole thing together. It actually reminded me a lot of Ratatouille.
It did, yeah. Because you're both running away.
Spoiler alert
like
to Ratatouille.
Right. In
Spoilers.
Ratatouille, you're running from the people trying to chase you.
On a trackless ride system.
Right. And in this
and you
ride,
see the other vehicles.
that's the concept as well, is you're running from the First Order.
And you're
trying to
constantly
escape.
going in and out of things, and you don't know where you are, and you back up and you move sideways and you do these things and doors open, and like you don't know where you are in the whole like building. You have no idea. I wish we could do it again.
And then the
right
thing.
now. What thing?
The last part, the best part of the whole ride.
At the very end.
Yeah.
Is that the part you were worried about motion sickness wise?
No, I mean, I figured it was short enough.
Explain it.
I just peeked through to see if this ride would make me sick or not, and I, for the most part, didn't think it would. And it didn't really, I mean, it didn't feel great, but it was fine. At the end, like, you're in that trackless ride thing, and that's moving you all around. And then at the very end, you kind of enter this bay, and you hear clicks. And it's funny, because, like, in the distance, you see these other pods that you're kind of in. Like, you're in one, and you see the other ones that are in, and they just drop off of the ship. So you know that, like, you're about to drop. And then the whole ship just drops.
Yeah.
And it's a decent drop. Like,
and everyone was like, "Wah!"
Yeah, it's a real drop, right? Like, it's like maybe a tenth of the Tower of Terror drop or something.
Yeah, and it
like
was
that.
something. It was a real drop, though.
Yeah, and then you're kind of like floating. That was my favorite part. That's the tiny bit that I saw. I just saw that tiny clip on you, and I was like, I'm so pumped for this.
There was one other part that I have to mention that I love too. It was earlier. You're going around, and at one point you back into this area, like there's bad guys shooting at you, and you back into this area, and then all of a sudden it shoots you up, straight up, really fast, like a really fast lift. Everyone was like, "Ah!" For that one too. Seeing the characters, actual audio animatronics combined with screens, and sometimes not knowing which is which. There were moments when I was like, wait, is that real? No, I think that's a screen.
The stormtroopers.
The stormtroopers' feet looked real, and then once we saw
first,
the stormtroopers, then you like backed up and you could see their faces, and
Right.
it didn't look as real. But man,
It's good. Very good. Blasters that shoot and hit things, and the things actually. Oh, the lightsaber thing that you loved
what?
when they cut the door.
Oh, okay. So right before you get in the ride vehicles, you're put in a different pre-show, and it's like a dead end. It's this like triangular room dead end. The door you came in, you're standing far away from, and you're watching a pre-show thing go on. And then all of a sudden, this glow lights up, like noise and glow, like it's the resistance cutting you out of the bad guy room you're in. They cut you out of the door, and you get to go through the door to board the vehicles. Out of nowhere, you see this room you're like stuck in. It's a door. And I imagine when we go in again, we're going to be in a different one, and the door's going to be on the other side or something, and we're not going to even know it.
Yeah.
We're not going to know where it is, but it was this moment of like, oh my gosh, and like it freaks you out too, because you thought you were next to a wall, but then all of a sudden it's a door. Like, it's freaky, because there's a lot of like bad guy stuff going on. You're like, who's behind that door? What's it going to open to? Everyone backed away like, whoa, what's happening? Because you're just standing at that point.
There's acting. I don't know if that's in other rides, but like there's one part in sort of the queue thing that there's an actual person acting, and he was like an actor, and he's actually like telling us something.
Yeah.
Like quiet, yeah, you know, whatever, and then I was like, oh, I don't know if I've seen that in a ride before.
Yep. It's also cool that the cast members can be grumpy, like Tower of Terror or Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That was a good experience, and I can't wait to do it again. Unfortunately, can't just get on and ride it again. In line to getting off the ride vehicle, it was 49 minutes. From the time they first asked us our party size to getting off the ride, it was 29 minutes. So a 29-minute experience, kind of. Like we said, lots of like pre-show wait, but like from asking our party to getting off, 29 minutes. So I'd say it's an approximate half-hour experience without waiting in that initial line.
Some imagination, huh?